Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Enrique, and today we're going to go over kind of there's a drawing framework that I think is really going to help you out. The more you kind of take in information and the more you learn in art, sometimes, not always, sometimes the more confusing it can get, and so that's why I like to throw these little mind framework things at you, because I think it really helps, because it really helped me and it's helped many people that I've taught. So that's why I bring them up so much. If you guys are interested in a different kind of drawing framework, and you can nerd out on this with me, you know, please give me your full attention and we'll start going into it. This is honestly going to be more intermediate, but I do want to talk about how you organize your thoughts. You know, a big part of this is sometimes people will come to me and say they're too unfocused, or, you know, they don't get enough drawing done as they think they would. You know, because of this kind of unfocusedness. Maybe it's the social media stuff, hoopla. You know, like we're on the computer all the time, or our minds are not, you know, like they're not as focused as they could be. Where if you just focus on it, you do more than you ever thought you could do. So that's kind of where this comes from. Also it came out of psychology, and I thought it was perfect for the stages of learning for this. So let's get into that if if that interests you. Before that, if you guys like drawing stuff, you like the basics of drawing, you guys like learning to draw your favorite character, or if you guys like you know, any of that stuff, like art advice, sometimes I critique some of your drawings on here, please hit that subscribe button and click that little bell icon. The bell icon's really important, because the bell icon will actually give you a notification that I posted a video. Otherwise, you don't get that. So it's almost like, what's the point, right? Anyways, let's get going. So when you're first learning to draw, people are kind of wondering what this you know, path to drawing is, where you kind of like, you know, you'll do like the gesture. What else? You'll do the kind of framework of the body I've talked about, where, you know, I'm trying to find like the tubes, you know, those tubes that for the body to represent the body. I do that because you want to find the mass that'll take up, you know, maybe grounding your figure, you know, throwing the anatomy on top of that, maybe throwing clothing in detail. There's this path that you follow, and in the beginning it tends to be more of like a one stage, next stage, next stage, next stage, and it's totally true. You know, especially as a beginner, or especially if you're drawing something that you're not totally familiar with. But sometimes and I've seen, you see other artists do this, they draw something they've drawn like 100 million times, or they'll draw a group of things they've drawn all the time, and their thought process isn't step by step as much. It's almost like a big mishmash. I would almost say it's more of like, and this is like, again, not my concept, it's I think a psychological one. It's more of like a curvy road in a way. At least that's how I am in my sketchbook. So for example, like these curves represent the bulk of information that's there to protect you. It's that kind of net. It's that net underneath you, like if you fall off. You know, like when they do the I forget what it's called, but you know, like in the circus they have a net to protect them if they fall. So like, for example, if I'm just trying to draw, let's say, I don't know, like a crocodile, like a monster crocodile, something that's like really easy for me, I'll go over here, but I won't really need, like, I already kind of got the gesture in my mind, in my mind's eye, I already kind of see it. So instead of drawing out the full gesture, I'll just take a shortcut, like boom. It's more like that, and I'll go like, you know what, I already got that in my head, so I'm just gonna go right into, you know, framework. And I'm like, I already got all this in my head. I'm gonna boom, cut across there. I'm gonna go right into like smaller detail, like kind of general details. I'll go right into scales, which is crazy, you know. And I kind of see it more like that, like this curved road. That these are there if you need them, and sometimes you will need them for sure. I need them all the time. I'll be like, oh, okay, I just don't have that hand worked out, and I need to really work more on the structure. You know, so I'll take that full road, but where somewhere else I'll just be like, let's get right into it, and it changes depending on where I'm at. You know, some mornings I try to warm up, like I said, but let's say I don't have time to warm up. I gotta get out of the house in like a few minutes or something, so I gotta work on this piece really quick. I'll need those frameworks to protect me, to kind of get my mind there, to kind of have that. That's why you have those systems you know, like framework, like anatomy, like really knowing the anatomy, or you know, knowing like the structure. Where is it going to sit on the ground? You know, those are all there to protect me, but I can shortcut those and edit those as much as I can. Cut some of those out for the moment as much as I want, and I'll still get the same result because I already got it in my mind's eye, and it's so ingrained into who I am that, you know, I'll know it. Like another thing, one thing I've seen my teachers do way back, and I can kind of do this too, but actually I don't know, I still kind of stumble with that, is let me see, would be a you know, like let's say the paper's like yay big and it's huge. Let's say it's like really big, or like, well, not huge, but it's like 18 by 24. It's really large, like really large, and they'll start drawing the head right here, like in detail. You know, like imagine that, and they haven't even drawn the rest of the body in. It's like, what? Like, what if that body runs right off? You know, I've seen beginners do that. Beginners will always start in detail first, you know, and they'll inevitably like start. There's a very, very common, it's not always, but very, very common for a beginner to go run right off the page. And you're like, oh, damn it. You know, I cut their foot off, or they'll do that and the head's too big, or, you know, so you kind of learn to do that, you know, the framework beforehand of where this is going to sit down, the gesture and the framework. You do that stuff so that it won't fly off the page, so it won't be out of proportion. You do that stuff. And I guess eventually you might not need it again for some drawings. For some people, they will go right into it. It's almost like this full circle of learning, where you needed those training wheels, like I said, and you don't need them anymore. And that's not totally true, because almost everyone I know that's been drawing for like 20 years, they still need them, including me. I definitely still need it. There's only a few people, I guess, that do that, and I only do it with sketches if I want to, and I don't specifically want to fit that in. That's pretty much it. It's just that interesting framework I've seen, because just to kind of reiterate the reason of that would be, people were saying, hey, you're drawing in your sketchbook very differently than you teach. And that's not totally true. It depends what I'm drawing. If I draw people, I always do it step by step. If I draw monsters, I probably won't. I know some things in my mind's eye so well that I probably don't need to do. I probably just kind of, you know, just start with detail, you know, start with anatomy. I'll start with that stuff. But that's kind of the best framework I saw in terms of deciding how you, but that's kind of the best framework to know it. You have to be like intermediate or even advanced to do this kind of stuff. Like I said, just beginners is not recommended. So that's why I actually kind of recommend this video specifically for people that are intermediate. But that's pretty much it. Please give me your thoughts, guys. I really want to know. I really want to know your thoughts. I've gotten a lot of great ideas from people commenting here. But yeah, like, what is your learning process exactly? That's a big one, if to throw out a question. How do you guys go about thinking about like drawing when you do it? Do you even think about it? Is it just your thoughts are empty, or do you have a step-by-step process that you always follow? Anyways, that's kind of it. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is the end of the video now. The end of the video. I am, for people that stuck around this long, that have been following me, I am selling a Rick and Morty print. This is an 11 by 17 print that I had in an art show. Like, I did it originally for an art show, and now I'm selling prints of it. I just got a few of them, so I'm putting it there. Here's another thing. I am not gonna put a link to it in the description. What you do is you go to my official website, easythingstodraw.net, and if you go there and go to the store, it's literally the only thing in the store right now, because I'm kind of building up the store from scratch, and it's literally the only thing, and right now it's on sale. So that's kind of it. That's my little end of the video, like mini thing there for you. I appreciate it, guys, and I'll talk to you another time. See you later.